Hello and welcome back. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be taking a look on one of the best tools that I have as a BIM manager, a tool which I really regret not having when I first started learning, or I didn't know about when I started learning about the Revit API, which is called the Revitlookup. And this add-in is actually developed by Jeremy Tammik. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look on this add-in and what can it do, and obviously how you can download it and set it up correctly. So without further ado, let's get it going. So first we're going to see how you can download it. So first go to this link, which you can find in the description box. Then you scroll to the release. And here you can find the release for the Revit versions that you have. So after you extract the files you have downloaded, you go to the installer, Revitlookup, and Lookup MSI. Now you need to have Revit closed by this step. Okay, now it's finished. Let's launch Revit. Always load. If you downloaded and installed Revitlookup correctly, you will find it here under the add-ins table. So first we have the command hello world, which simply displays a hello world from and shows you the location of the DLL file. And the second command that we have is actually snoopdp, which is Snoop database. Here you can see all of the element and element types of your project here in one place. Now, an example where I actually used this command was, now let's check what we have here. Here we have a text type. As you can see, I have 5 text types. But what can happen is some architects start to create a lot of types, and then you need to delete some of these types. Now, the really only way you can actually delete one of these types is make sure that no instance of this type exists anywhere in your project. So I'll be deleting this, going to manage, purge unused, checking none. Scrolling down to text, and here you can find the only type that is not being used currently in the project. But this is not really a good strategy, because obviously you're not going to be filtering all of your views, all of your legends, and all of your sections and elevations and so on. So what we can do is actually use this Revitlookup tool. So if I go to Snoop database and I scroll down to text node type, here I can find all of the types that I want to delete or remove. So what you need to have is this element ID. So I'll go here. As you can see, this is all of the properties of this element. Here you can find the element ID. Copy this ID. Go back to manage, select by ID, paste the ID. As you can see, we have actually selected something that you cannot select on your own in Revit, and hitting the delete button. Now it will tell you that it will delete all instances of this type. We hit OK. Now we have one less type to worry about. Now this comes pretty handy, because obviously you can't use purge unused every time. And if you want to delete some of Revit's system families, you're going to be using this add-in. Another example would be view types. As you can see right here, I have multiple view types. So I have floor plan presentation, and work in progress. Now, it's really, as I said, it's tricky to get rid of. So what I like to do, I just go to Snoop database and go to view family type. And here you can see all of the view family types that you want. Here we have presentation. Now let's say you want to get rid of this. You just copy the ID. Go to manage, paste the ID, hit delete, and it will delete this instance that we have. As you can see, now we have one less type to worry about. And the second very useful command is Snoop current selection, which allows the user to get the complete picture of a given element. So let's look at this table dining. If I go to add-ins, Snoop current selection. Here I can get the element ID, the group ID if it has one. I can get the category. So instead of going to the Revit API docs and searching for these categories, you can just go here, and actually you can see it's OST furniture, which can be really helpful, as well as the element's name and its parameters. Here you can actually get all of the parameter set, and here you can find which parameters are user added or which are built-in parameters. So if I go to mark, which is a built-in parameter, so you don't have to go to Revit API docs and search for the built-in parameter for mark. Here you can just go here, and here you can see it's a built-in parameter called all model mark. And here you can actually see its storage type is string and it's user modifiable. Here you can see the volume is storage type double, and so on. As you can see, it displays a lot of useful information. And here, with using the parameter, you can actually understand which are which are instance parameter, and which are type parameters. And if you scroll down, you can get the type ID. So you can actually access the family symbol, which is the type of this family instance. And here you can obviously check all of these parameters. Well, this has been a very short video, but I really think that this tool will really help you troubleshoot a lot of problems that will eventually occur while working on some commands or plugin. I hope you enjoyed this quick overview. If you like this content, you can give me ideas on what to do next. My contacts will be in the description box, and see you in the next one.